Hey guys, it's Fred coming back with another video for use. It is going to be another rib video. I know we just did one for Father's Day, but I am doing a whole completely different flavor profile on the ribs, taking your, everyday life, and stuff. So I may do some repetitive stuff, but each time it'll be actually something different because it is a different flavor profile. Just follow along as we do our teriyaki ribs. Okay guys, it's me, Fred, coming back at you again with another grilling, smoking video. We are going to be making ribs again today, but we are doing a different flavor profile on them. And as you can see, I am going to be using a gourmet barbecue pellet. It has a sweet, smoky flavor, and that's kind of what I'm going for today. And these pellets are good for poultry, seafood, lamb, pork, beef, and vegetables. So follow along as we get our smoker going here. And I did empty this out from the other day from when I used it. I didn't do the video of that because, that's a very monotonous process, so, and cleaned everything from the last smoke. There we go. And again, gonna be the same process of getting this going like it was the last time, guys, and everything. But I figured I'd just bring you along so you can follow along and just watch as I go through and get it started up again and stuff, just in case you need some more information on how to do this and stuff, But we are going to be doing a teriyaki style rib today, guys. So just follow along with me as we make our teriyaki, and then I will show you the thing that I am going to use for that, because it's, like I said, it's going to be a whole different flavor profile of ribs today that we're making. Because my wife was like, why don't you do a teriyaki style flavor? You haven't did that. So that's what we are going to do today. So just watch and follow along as we do our sometimes that can get a little feisty with getting in there, but it's alright. I'm hoping you can hear me pretty good today, guys. I am trying out my mic for today that I got to see how well it does. I'm hoping it does really good, so I can I said, you know, guys, going to be the same process here of how we did it the last time with it. Might not take as long today to get it started, but anyway, with the teriyaki ribs, it's going to have a different seasoning on them than what I did the last time, and I am going to be making my own teriyaki sauce to go over top of them and stuff. So that will be what I will link, or I will post everything on the description of what I'm putting in it and everything, so you can just follow along. And if you have any issues or questions, feel free to drop a comment on everything with it, guys. And then if you run into a question, you can either ask it in the comment section, and if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. You can email me at youtuber050391@gmail.com. And again, I will put a post in the description with my email address, so you can send me, you know, thoughts and whatever you would like to see and stuff, because I want to do videos that you guys are willing to look and watch. So if you have any thoughts or anything that you would like for me to do, just let me know and I will do them and stuff for my videos. So just follow along as we go through and do everything here, guys, and stuff. And then remember, the smoker, you got to leave the lid open until the smoke clears out, just to make sure you got everything the way it needs to be and stuff with it. So, because you don't want to be causing any issues and having any problems and stuff. So, but alright, guys, so now I'll take you in here and I will show you what we are going to do with the ribs and the seasonings for the ribs today and everything. So just follow along as we do this. So, like I said, we are going to be doing the teriyaki ribs, and the seasoning for that calls for ground ginger, onion powder, a little bit of Italian, garlic, and some brown sugar. So I am going to be making my seasoning here. I'm just going to mix it in with the onion powder because there's not much in there. So I will put in the comment or in the description then how much I put in for it. And again, this is just for the rub that I am making. And then I will show you the seasoning, or the recipe for the other stuff that I'm putting, the rub, or the sauce that I'm going to be putting over top of the ribs. So just follow along as we do do it here, and I will be coming back with, like I said, the sauce for it And then I'm doing 3 teaspoons of everything just to, you know, make it even out for everything. The brown sugar might be a little harder to do since it's damp and wet. So what we might do with that is put it in as a after thought, you know, like after I do the seasoning on it, I'll sprinkle this over top of it maybe. But I am going to try to put it in with my seasoning. It might mix in with the dry ingredients and actually, you know, work out in my favor, I'm hoping. Because this is new to me. I never did this before. So I'm not sure how it's going to work and stuff. So, and then you just shake it all together and mix it all up. Like I said, I'm not sure how the brown sugar is going to incorporate with everything, if it's going to work, but since this is new, I am following a recipe that I found, because like I said, I wasn't sure how to do this. And I'm just adding a little extra brown sugar because I'm not sure, you know. Don't worry about trying to follow along with this part of the video. I will put the recipe in the description for this rub so you have it and stuff, because I know what I'm doing here seems like, you know, it's going to be very hard to follow along, which I get that, you know, because you're not sure what I'm putting in and stuff, but I did 3 teaspoons of ginger, 3 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. There was probably maybe 3 or 4 teaspoons of onion powder already in the bottom of the of onion powder, so I didn't measure that out. And then I did 6 to 12 teaspoons of brown sugar. So, and I will, like I said, I will put that in the description here, guys, so you can have something to follow along with, and you can have the recipe for it. So, but once I get now we are ready to get the ribs and start getting them ready to be put in our pan here. And I'm just going to I'm not sure what I'm going to put in them to cook them with, or, you know, to smoke them in. Like what liquid I'm going to use. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm hoping to use something like a sweeter stuff to put into it, because I found using water doesn't seem to always be the best to use for stuff. So we will figure that out here once I get the ribs started and ready to go. Okay guys, now we're going to finish putting our ribs, getting our ribs all seasoned up and ready to go out. I know the container I'm using says onion powder, but it is not onion powder. I promise you that. It has the seasoning that we are using today, which is garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, brown sugar, and some ginger in it. And we're just going to season our ribs with it like we have been. So, just, you know, a light or a nice even coating on it. I'm not using a binder for these, like I said before, just because I feel you don't need to with this. You don't always need to use binders for everything. It's more preference and choice. Me, personally, I'd rather just not use a binder, because, I don't know, to me you get a nicer coating of seasoning, and it gives it a nicer bark without the binder, I think. And in my mind, I'm all about the bark. And I will put the recipes for everything in the description, like I have been with everything. So you can follow along and see what I put in, what I use, and everything like that. Because I know, you know, that way you're not looking for a recipe and trying to find the recipes that I used. Because sometimes I don't have a recipe that I use, I just make my own up. But this time I am using a recipe because I haven't did this yet. So I'm not sure how I want to critique it and make it my own yet. So the recipe that I am using, I will just copy and paste into the description, so you have so you can find it easier and stuff. Because, like I said, this is a newer recipe that I haven't used yet. And so with that being said, I will take these out here in about 2 and show you me putting them on the smoker and what they're going to look like as we go. I will bring you along as I go out to check them every so often and see what they're looking like and how they're coming. So, but, alright guys, follow along as we go. Guys, now we are going to be making our teriyaki sauce in our ribs, and that's what we are going to be cooking with as well. And then it will add, or I will brush them with the sauce as well. So the recipe I'm using calls for 1 1/4 cups of cold water, but I'm going to double that so I have enough to make for everything. So instead of doing 1 1/4 cup, I'm going to do 2 cups and do a half a cup of water, 2.5 cups of water for it. And then it calls for a half a cup of brown sugar, but I'm just going to do a whole cup since, like I said, I am doubling the recipe. And you just want to make sure your brown sugar is lightly packed in your measuring cup so you get the exact amount you need. And then it calls for a half a cup of soy sauce or tamari. I'm going to use soy sauce because I don't have tamari. And again, I'm just going to make it a cup instead of half a cup, since I am doubling the recipe. And then it calls for a teaspoon of ground ginger. A half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then it also says to do 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, but I will make a slurry for that so it don't get lumpy in there and everything. And you just do that with some hot water and your cornstarch. Pretty simple to do. And then once your stuff starts boiling or simmering, then you just add the cornstarch slurry to it to give it to thicken it up. And we will get it started here. And now you want it to just be thick enough to coat the back of your spoon. Nothing, we're not going real thick right now with it. Now I may thicken it up a little more if it's not thick enough to be able to put it over the thing then and stuff to make it like a sauce, more saucier, so I can coat it and brush it onto the ribs. Alright guys, so we are going to wait for our sauce here to start to simmer a little bit, and then I will add the cornstarch with it to slurry that I made to thicken it up some. And again, that's just some cornstarch and water. And then you just add it in. And you just make a slurry so it don't get and clump up in there when you dump the put the cornstarch in it. We're just going to let it cook until it thickens up. Okay guys, our sauce is almost where we want it to be. It will thicken as it sits and cools. So it may look a little on the watery side right now, but as it cools it will thicken up and that's what you want. You don't want it to be like super thick to where it's not a pourable consistency, because like I said, we are going to be pouring this over and putting some of it into our pan with the ribs to cook them in that tonight. So, and you just want it to kind of look like a nice, you know, teriyaki color, and that's what we got. It really nice, or really darkened up really nice to the color I was looking for. And it just, you know, you want it to where it'll coat the spoon, and it's kind of already to that point now. So we'll just let it cook for a couple more minutes yet, and then we will be I will show you the finished process here as once it's completely done, and the color of it and what you're looking for here. Here they are. I got them on the smoker now. So they should go for like anywhere between 4 to 5 hours like the last time and stuff, and I will bring you along as I come out to check on them and we are smoking it again at anywhere between, I think it is, I have it set for 250. So that's plenty enough time or temperature for it. Looks like now I just came out and put some of our sauce on, and I will come back out now every 5 to 10 minutes and keep putting sauce on it until I get to the caramelization and the color that I want them to be. They are at 180 right now with the thermometer that I use, which is right there. It's Bluetooth as well, so I can hook and link that right to my phone and keep an eye on the temperature as it's cooking and stuff, guys. And I will turn the temperature down some so I get more smoke now than anything. So I will be back when I go to do more of the coating. Hey guys, here they are with the last of the coating on them. I'm going to let it sit in here for another probably 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most, to let it set up a little bit and get all nice and sticky, and then we will take them off and take them in the house. Guys, this is what they look like now after they come out of the smoker. They was in for 6 hours total, and they look really good and they smell really good. I will take a picture or a video after I'm done eating, and why I'm cutting into them and eating them to let you know what they taste like. We're coming back with the ribs here to let you know what they taste like. I need a sharper knife apparently, but you know, they're done in the inside, not pink or anything. Most of the fat came off of them, just a little piece on, you know, but they're really good, guys. They have a really nice, sweet taste to them. They do taste just like the, what was we going for? Teriyaki. That's it. Sorry, guys. I had a brain fart. I forgot what I was making there for a minute. Yes, you little guy, I know. You want some too. Here, have a little piece. There you go. Ooh, if I can get a hold of it. There you go. But it has a really nice taste to it. It has a nice little stickiness to it. Even the puppy likes it. He's running off with it. Alright guys, I will end the video here and eat my supper. Alright guys, thanks for watching my videos, and we had made teriyaki ribs for today. I know, another rib video, but you know what, you can't go wrong with a good rib, especially when you can do different flavor profiles of them and everything for the ribs. So I hope you are following along with my videos and enjoying what I am posting, and I hope my video quality is getting better and stuff. I am using a new microphone that I just got in the mail here a couple days ago to try it out to see how the voice and stuff sounds with it. So I hope you are following along with everything. I'm not sure all my loyal followers and friends a very happy 4th of July, and I hope you had a safe 4th of July, and I can do from there. So with that being said, I will be signing off until the next video. God bless, have a wonderful day, and have a safe and friendly 4th of July.